Thoroughgood years at Hermitage, where Thoroughgood had the portable village, those were
Portable Village
positive.
plus my room.
Yeah, those were so that had a positive effect on your attention. That was
not at all.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because for those people that don't know, a lot was kind of shown to us about a lot of things. The Thoroughgood Elementary, which aside from ODS, Thoroughgood had a reputation of my kid goes to Thoroughgood. Like that is one of those, one of the, let's be honest, it's one of the elementary schools that the ladies at brunch like to say their kid goes to.
It's true. The ladies at brunch. Yeah.
And they had redesigned this new, they were next on the list for the redesign. Now, having said this, Hermitage had been redesigned before I got there. It was one of the newer schools. I mean, you can see it because anytime you see this, they're pretty much the same layout as
that prototype.
Same prototype. But Thoroughgood was not getting that prototype. Thoroughgood was getting the Magic Donut or something. It was some kind of
the Kellum High School shrunk down thing. Yeah,
Kellum High School students designed the Thoroughgood Elementary, and it was going to have this tree in the middle, and it was going to be all this. It was going to be green. It was going to be eco-friendly, and and somehow it was going to save the whales, and who knows?
Yes,
it had all these things.
Spew gold coins.
Yeah, exactly. It was just going to, every time you walked in the door, it's like, oh,
yeah.
So and magically, it was going to. So it was this magic
magic school. Yeah, magic
elementary school. Yeah. So, but in order to do that, it was going to take at least a couple of years of construction. And so they had a problem with where are we going to put the Thoroughgood elementary students and teachers and everybody.
And by the way, this is what, 2018.
2018.
Yeah, 2018.
So the decision was they had all these portable classrooms that they just were sitting there. So that they created the portable village.
Yep.
So they took our PE field.
Yep.
And distributed, set up this entire. They had it gated off. They had this. They put the administrative building security. They basically created a open air. I wouldn't say open air, but it was a portable village classroom where you would walk from classroom to classroom to portable, and it was this village. So it's not only but it didn't stop there because they had to have a cafeteria. And the cafeteria, what was taken for our cafeteria was what we called our special programs room.
Yep.
And then they also needed their own gym because they couldn't have PE the same time we had PE because but also so they took over your music room.
My room
became their PE room.
Yeah.
And so, which again, we could talk all day long about location, but so when it happens, we had to share, and of course that means if they're using a room inside our school for their cafeteria and PE, that means Thoroughgood students are walking our halls, to get to these places.
Yep, using our restrooms.
Yep, using our restrooms. They're deeply woven. Now, I would argue, and I felt like a lot of people felt this way. Maybe other people did, maybe you didn't. I felt like as far as the teachers, for the most part, I got along with the Thoroughgood teachers. Maybe not always. There were times where I kind of felt like there was a bit of this.
Yeah.
But the ones I interacted with were super cool.
Yeah.
I did have an incident where a student left the Hermitage Robotics Club and went to the Thoroughgood Robotics Club against her own will.
You mean that student transferred schools, right?
Transferred to Thoroughgood, but Thoroughgood was still on campus.
Right.
And so it was real weird why that happened, and it was a real kind of interesting thing. And I mean, there's stuff we don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
But my question to you, looking at what did we learn from the 2 years of Thoroughgood on our campus?
What did
what did it reveal to us about schools?
Well, sadly it revealed that that they were gonna once a decision is made, no longer caring about any of the negatives. I honestly, you know, I guess I still don't know why, like why we were picked, why our campus was the one. I know the reasons we were given, but to me, it just doesn't seem like enough to absolutely upend, you know, a functioning campus to, you know, to do this.
I think it's important to point out that we got our new administrator that we love so
Yeah,
dearly for this.
yeah, yeah.
And I think our previous administrator
Would have
would not have put
said,
up with that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And so I'm certain that yeah, again, the reasons we were told, I'm certain that yeah, one of that yes, the new administrator was put in place to largely to say yes to all of this. But
And
even still, it's like the idea in the first place to upend one school to, you know,
it speaks volumes to, to basically say this is what we think of your school, that we're going to take away a lot for you
right
for
there,
this other
right there.
school.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, there is there are people that know more than I do about it, and there are probably several options, but it is kind of a
Yeah,
to us.
yeah.
But then that also masked a lot of the issues we had that weren't directly related to Thoroughgood became Thoroughgood issues.
Yeah.
And if you remember, we had a full-on staff meeting with the superintendent and I believe some of the other bigwigs.
Yeah.
And the conclusion was morale at our school was so low because of Thoroughgood.
Yeah, I do
But
recall that.
I don't think many of us really felt that. Like that's where the 8% came from.
I recall that. I recall
Yeah.
somebody standing up and asking if the superintendent had had a chance to review the school climate survey.
Yeah, and our survey was 8%. That means 8% of
Agreed.
of the staff
Yeah.
felt good, positive about the school climate. So yeah, and that became kind of a and that was a hot button. But it was what were your thoughts on that and how that whole thing went down?
Man, again, where to start, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they got out of it what they hoped for. Not only the plan itself, but the the accommodation, the level of accommodation from the administrator involved in that decision. I wonder if they got everything that they wanted, because
they definitely got a gold star for that.
A gold star, a golden jeans pass.
Catch full episodes of the Educators podcast every Thursday at 4 p.m. Real educators with the real issues in education. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, take care of yourself. Jeans passes for anyone who likes, shares, and comments on this video. Have a great week.